Alright. Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Romantic and Fly. This game taking place here on, well, Amazonia. Over here on the top right-hand side of the map, we have Fly spawning as the blue orc. Meanwhile, Romantic has spawned as the red human. Human versus orc in this 1v1 matchup. Things already getting underway, as we should be looking at, well, I would like to say an Archmage versus Blade Master matchup. That seems to be the more common strategy as of late. Blade Master getting a little bit of a buff, but there's also been a number of buffs as well going or talking about throughout the community. Human players seem to be enjoying things a little bit more. They had a really bad win rate for a while. Excuse me as I clean up my desk. I'm sorry. Alright, yeah, humans had a horrible win rate for a while, but it seems like things have, well, panned out a little bit more and have become a little bit better. It is going to be a Blade Master going up against an Archmage. No big surprises there, but the timing of, well, the Voodoo Lounge, the shops, whether or not we'll see an Arcane Vault early, when we'll see that timing of that second Orc Burrow, will indicate what the strategies these particular players are trying to go for. Now, what predictions do I have? I am expecting the human player Romantic to go for an Arcane Sanctum and go for some Sorceresses. Sorceresses have become very popular, or have always been very popular, going up against Orc players, as slow is just such a powerful ability. Also, the inability for orcs to be able to easily dispel magic is a little bit of a downside as well. So orc players, well, they do not like slow, and there's really no punishment for going slow up against an orc player, as opposed to, say, going slow up against the undead, as the undead players will more often than not be going for some sort of destroyer strategy, especially against human. Blade Master going out across the map, going to go ahead and try to take down this Forest Troll Berserker. You see that this Grunt has purposely run around the back here, and it's, well, the whole entire point and strategy of that is to limit the amount of damage the Blade Master actually takes. That may not look like a very big deal, but by forcing or making those units run around, what ends up happening is that the Blade Master doesn't need that first Voodoo Lounge as early. Archmage is already sitting at level 2, has Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 and Circlet of Nobility, now gets pathed by the Grunt as the Blade Master comes in from behind. Beautiful bit of damage and harassment coming in by Fly, going up against Romantic here. Archmage gonna turn around the corner, gonna be meted and greeted by the Grunt again. And, well, that just continues to have its own sets of problems and issues. What does that mean? It means that the footmen are actually going to go ahead and head out across the map, do a bit of long distance experience gathering. As you can take a look right across here. Oh, low hit point footman going to have a very bad day. There is a rogue. That rogue is going to go ahead and chase after some of those units. Where's that Blade Master? Blade Master still going after the Archmage. Archmage maybe trying to pick up Boots of Speed, maybe Dust of Appearance, take some more damage there as it just continues to try to run around. There's that Boots of Speed. Blade Master does not pick up Boots of Speed of his own. You are able to buy those much more quickly, as you're going to see. Who's going to get that last shot there? Trying to get that last shot from the Grunt. There you go. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. It is going to get destroyed, not allowing the Blade Master to get that final strike off. Meanwhile, this footman is going to try and return back home. But, well, I believe this Blade Master may have something to say about that. Well, it looks as though the Blade Master, is going to spot this footman now. Let's take a look at it. There's the Windwalk Strike. There's one more slice and dice. That footman will get taken down, as the Archmage or the footmen are like, you know what? I pretty much know I can clear out an additional creep camp here. Meanwhile, Archmage now still wandering around, clearing up some of the other creeps as well. Blade Master did get that kill. And this is a game of map awareness right now. Everyone doing multiple things all across the map. Beautiful opening by Romantic to try and, well, continue to get experience here. Let's take a look back across over here. There's a lightning shield. That's going to be a problem. Archmage gets up to level 3, drops a level 2 water elemental. And now this is actually going to be a bigger issue. Blade Master still sitting at level 1. Grunt absorbing a whole bunch of damage. You can see the lightning shield coming back across the other way. Low hit point footman are heading back. That water elemental deals a large bit of damage, and we are going to see, well, some sort of denial there. No denial. The footmen continuing to try and run away. Meanwhile, Archmage can head back again. Footmen need to really retreat. As you can see, that Blade Master is taking a whole bunch of damage. Let's take a look at this. Is that Blade Master going to get taken down? There's another shot. There is another shot again. Wow, that Blade Master being forced to use multiple healing salves and a scroll of speed. But what does this mean? Well, Shadowhunter is back out onto the field. Low hit point footman. What is going on there? There's a quick hex. 3 water elementals. Archmage with double circlets of nobility, allowing a 3rd water elemental to drop. And right now, this is the perfect time to pressure Orc Burrows if you have 3 water elementals out. Soon to be 2 water elementals, as the Archmage will be forced to retreat back as the Hex comes across from the Shadowhunter. All right, Romantic may have overstayed his welcome, as the Archmage now in a mad run to try and get away. Scroll of speed. There is another Hex. Archmage could get taken down, and yes, it does. Level 2 Blade Master, level 1 Shadowhunter, level 3 Archmage falls, and Romantic, who had such a strong opening, now being forced to lick his wounds, retreat, and this may be the comeback that Fly was looking for. Mountain King, is it going to get oh, what is this? Nope. Okay, I thought for a second he tried to resurrect near the tavern. That would actually be a nightmare right now. There is the Archmage getting resurrected at the Altar of Kings. Mountain King is out onto the field. The only thing, or one of the things that Romantic does have going for him, though, was that he did clear out some of these creep camps off to the north. So that is going to limit the amount of experience the Shadowhunter is going to get. Right now, though, Fly has the ability, he has time on his side to try and clear out relatively difficult creep camps, knowing that the Archmage is still, well, getting resurrected. Being able to steal a minute or 2 from your opponent with a clear head and a clear mind really starts to add up, as we're going to take a look. Enforcers, Brigands, all of these units are going to get taken down. True Shot Aura not given to the Shadowhunter. Healing Salve now being used there, just trying to spread out all of that healing. Level 2 on that Blade Master picks up, I believe that was a Manual of Health, or it could have been a Tome of Knowledge. Couldn't quickly see that. Oh, why is it attacking the barricade? Apparently it just doesn't like that. Well, wouldn't it be weird if all of a sudden they were like, the barricade actually dropped something? You're like, oh, there's an item in the barricade. Why didn't I ever clear those out before? Mountain King gonna be coupled with the Sorceress. Priests are already out on the field. Archmage still waiting to get resurrected, as we're gonna see a militia clearing of this Sasquatch creep camp. Mountain King is sitting at level 2. Sorceresses do not have auto cast of slow, but they do deal good damage to that Sasquatch, and it is also range damage as well. No Thunderclap coming in from the Mountain King either, as the Mountain King, does pick up Wand of Illusion. There it goes. Blade Master is nearby. What is it trying to do? Level 3 on the Blade Master. Sentry Ward could get dropped. What is happening there? Well, no, there's the steal. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? Are we going to see a slow? Yes, we are. No Dust of Appearance. And that was a bit of a critical mistake there. You know that the Blade Master can no longer Wind Walk immediately after breaking Wind Walk, as the Blade Master finishes off a unit. Are we going to see a slow onto that Blade Master, or is he going to try and Wind Walk away? Nope, there's also a Tome of Intelligence being left behind. I'm sure that Mountain King would actually enjoy an additional 15 mana, but, well, no luck there at all. Archmage heading off to the north. Mountain King going to try to clear out this top left creep camp. Much easier to clear out than, say, the Golem creep camp, especially with this current army composition. Platform notice. Don't know what that means. Does that mean that all of a sudden I'm going to get dropped? And that would actually be really sad. Meanwhile, Blade Master coming across here, an item. I don't know who it was picked up by. Mountain King sitting at level 3. Damage getting added through. Water Elemental. Oh, we could see a Stormbolt here. No Stormbolt yet. No Dust of Appearance. He is not revealed. Meanwhile, Mountain King, uses a Wand of Illusion to try and get in front of that Raider. The Raider, however, there's a big Thunderclap right there. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Blade Master trying to chase after some units again. Scroll of Speed counteracting the slow. However, the attack speed is still significantly reduced. Mountain King still wandering around here. Has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Are we going to see a big Thunderclap? No, we are not. As the Footman trying to get away. A lot of slow, low on mana. Grunt trying to stay alive. Mountain King, there's a big clap right there. Mountain King finishes off a grunt. Blade Master going after the Forest Troll Berserker. Unit still backing off every which way. Mountain King still has a potion of mana. Still could get a lot of distance out of this, and all of a sudden, well, Romantic is looking like the stronger army again. Mountain King still has a good amount of mana on him. Let's take a look. Blade Master trying to chase after, and that's the last thing you want to try and do, trying to chase after units. Mountain King, Potion of Invulnerability. Are we going to see a Thunderclap or anything else? Currently low on mana. Sorceresses could easily finish off a grunt or two. There goes one. Archmage trying to get away. Are we going to see another grunt? Mountain King just dances around, down to 40 hit points before he gets saved. Both sides losing a lot in that fight there. Blade Master just shy of 4. Shadowhunter a little shy of 4. Archmage sitting at 3. Mountain King sitting at 3. So Fly does have a slight experience advantage, but it does not translate into anything as of yet. Archmage now making its rounds out. Hi, honey. All right, let's take a look. Rock Golem, Mud Golems, all down off over here. Archmage gonna make its way through. Sentry Ward is dropped. This is actually Fly, so Fly knows exactly where the Mountain King and Archmage are. Based on that timing, we'll see what is gonna come of it. Meanwhile, Water Elemental, gets taken out. Shadowhunter getting that much closer to level 4, and it looks like Fly should be able to come out ahead in the next fight. Shadowhunter has what it needs to support. It has a potion of mana. It is nearly maxed out on mana as well. And level 2 healing wave, level 2 hex perhaps, can and will do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Romantic's army, Romantic's Archmage, rather low on mana. And even though the Mountain King does have a lot of mana, the Archmage is not going to be able to drop water elementals freely to try and create the necessary space and protection for all of these casters in the back line. All right, there goes an ensnare onto a Mud Golem. Mountain King now making its way over. He is invisible, but he is revealed as well. Water Elemental now making its way over, and Romantic, what is going on here? Mountain King gonna try to get it in position. It feels like they know exactly what is going on. Where is the Thunderclap? There it goes. There is the clap there. Potion of Invulnerability. Mountain King trying to head back every which way. Mountain King goes in for another Thunderclap again. It looks like Scroll of Healing was used as we now take a look. Well, I thought I saw a level. No leveling up. Mountain King still going after the units once more. Archmage now trying to back up. Spellbreaker has been eaten as the Mountain King now tries to chase after some raiders again. Another Thunderclap coming through. Units are being dropped left and right. One Water Elemental in the backfield not even being used. And this is one of those situations where you need every unit on the field to really pull your team together. Losing that Water Elemental for such a long portion of the fight is having problems. Mountain King now with a Potion of Healing. Is it going to be able to get away? Mountain King still ducking and diving, trying to get away from that Blade Master. Meanwhile, Priest getting taken down as well. Mountain King unable to catch up. Well, that Raider does get taken down. Important thing to note, the Raiders are upgraded 2-0. Meanwhile, the Spellbreakers are still sitting at 0-0 upgrades. 46 supply compared to 52, as a quick ensnare forces Romantic to stick around in a fight that he may not want to. Stormbolt onto the Blade Master. Mountain King is in trouble, down to 225 hit points. Is he going to be able to get away? He's slipping through once more. Water Elemental may just be feeding more experience again, as the Shadowhunter, well, has plenty, or now out of mana, but he played a pivotal role in keeping the Orc army alive. Fly sitting at 49 supply. Meanwhile, Romantic sitting at 45. Units are being retrained. Mountain King and Archmage still both sitting at 3. And now the Shadowhunter and Blade Master are well on their way to level 5. That may be the tipping point now. Fly has that advantage. Will he be able to continue it? That is the question here. And one thing I do notice looking at Fly's base, he hasn't upgraded the Orc Burrows for that fortified armor. The Sorceresses, the Priest, they should all be able to do a lot of pierce or a lot of magic damage, finish off that, and then just kind of disrupt things just a bit. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Mountain King sitting at level 3. He is currently invisible, going to join in on the fight. Archmage. Well, Archmage has had a continual problem of just not getting to level 4, not having the right amount of mana is a big issue. Meanwhile, the Blade Master, oh, who's going to steal, or is the Archmage going to get the experience? Mountain King now gets up to level 4. Are we going to see a Stormbolt onto the Blade Master? Blade Master, no Stormbolts there. Blade Master, however, continuing the fight. Spellbreakers turning their way back around and fighting in between the creep camps and all those other units as the Mountain King could be in trouble. Mountain King, Potion of Healing should be used. Down to 305. Mountain King now trying to duck and dive away, continuing to fight back, and there it goes, forcing the Blade Master to try and commit to a fight. And now all of a sudden the Blade Master says, you know what, I really don't want to be here. Blade Master trying to fight its way through another big thunderclap. One grunt could get taken out. The sorceresses are all in that back line area, very well protected. However, Archmage doesn't have a Scroll of Town portal. He left home without it, and that is the problem. A big disenchant now trying to get away as Romantic's Archmage may get taken down for a second time. All right, another disenchant trying to come through, a third disenchant, and now trying to blindly drop down disenchants to hopefully look for your opponent. Is that going to be actually very viable? Archmage continuing to fight back. Mountain King has been healed a little bit down to 72 mana. He could perhaps try and turn back around, Stormbolt that Blade Master, and finish it off. Are we going to see anything like that? Mountain King has the mana. Where is he going? Down to 97, 98 mana. Turns back around. Archmage is in trouble again. Invisibility is on him. No oh, nope, there's the disenchant this time around. Stormbolt onto the Blade Master. Blade Master could get taken down. It could get taken down, and it does go down. Blade Master sitting at level 4 falls as the Mountain King now tries to run for high water. Archmage continuing to fight back here. Spellbreaker, finishes off one of those units here, and now Romantic has somehow clawed his way back into this game. You see the damage being dropped off so much just because that Blade Master has fallen. All right, there's a disenchant there. Meanwhile, Mountain King low on mana. Archmage also low on hit points and mana. Are they going to be able to survive? Units are trying to chase their way after the important target, but they're actually running through a whole bunch of Spellbreakers. And there you go. There's an invisibility trying to keep all the units alive again. Sorceress going to slip away, and both sides being forced to retreat. Archmage is going to, perhaps come back around, try to stick around. Stormbolt finishes off a unit, and now diving away again. Spellbreakers, Kodo Beast finished eating that important target. Shadowhunter needs to get away. Perhaps a couple of Spirit Walkers could take taken out. Archmage make its way over, and let's take a look. Kodo Beast gets taken out as well. Archmage still sitting at level 4, and now Fly's the one who has overstayed his welcome, trying to go after that low hit point grunt. Priests, however, need to be trained back up. Mountain King sitting at 75 hit points and still chasing after that target here. All right, Grunt down to 84 hit points. Archmage does not have Boots of Speed. All right, gonna go ahead and take a tailing Spirit Walker. Mountain King could perhaps try to chase back after the unit again. Mountain King now sitting at 132 mana. Stormbolt onto another Spirit Walker. Blade Master could be coming out momentarily, and that is a problem. Healing Wave coming back the other way. Home field advantage with the Voodoo Lounge, and this battle is just non-stop. Archmage continuing to drop more Water Elementals here as it's unable to get into the right position. Mountain King playing on a razor's edge, dangerously low on hit points as the Blade Master joins in on the fight. Blade Master now gets up to level 5. Level 2, should be able to windwalk here, chase after the Mountain King, and you can see Romantic trying to get away, knowing that, he is in a not that good of a spot. He doesn't want to stick around in this fight. One sorceress broke invisibility to cast, invisibility on another. Don't quite know the reason for that as the Mountain King now heads back. Priest, are they being trained? No, more sorceresses. Priests need to be trained. There's only a handful of priests out onto the field now. Meanwhile, Blade Master has picked up a potion of lesser invulnerability. Was an item used there? It looked like an item could have been used. Shadowhunter, no. Shadowhunter now has the Dust of Appearance. Priest now getting back out onto the field. Only 2 adept training not yet done. More priests now getting added as both sides are sitting on no upkeep. All right, a little bit of a break in the action now. Romantic and Fly, after a long, what felt like a 7-minute battle, both sides trying to get the most out of their units and take a decisive victory in action, unable to do so. Blade Master is at 5, Shadowhunter is at 5, going up against a level 4 Archmage and I believe a level 4 Mountain King. Alright, Blade Master is still wandering its way through. No Sentry wards, no Arcane Sentry. Spellbreakers are still sitting at 0-0 upgrades. Meanwhile, Raiders are still sitting at 2-0 upgrades, also benefiting from the Kodo Beast's War Drums. Blade Master, gets revealed a little bit. Let's take a look at the Stormbolt. Could be coming in for that Mountain King. Let's take a look. Are we going to get a surround? There is the Stormbolt, and there could be a very dead Blade Master momentarily. However, let's take a look at this. This could be a big problem. Blade Master trying to get away. Poach. There is the Thunderclap. Mountain King trying to finish off the Blade Master. Blade Master continuing the fight here. More healing. Is that Blade Master going to be able to get away? Stormbolt onto the Blade Master. Blade Master could get taken down. Healing Wave saves him for a second time. And wow, that Blade Master playing a very, very dangerous game. Mountain King is the one with the boots of speed, as it may try and Stormbolt, going after a Raider instead of the Blade Master, trying to at least pick off a unit and punish his opponent, only to see himself now getting punished. No easy. There's a Hex. Are we going to get an invisibility? Mountain King does have a potion of healing. Is he going to use it in time? No, he's not using it, as the Spellbreakers are just removing so much mana from all of these units here. Mountain King, still does not have enough mana as of yet. We could be looking at a Stormbolt coming across here. Mountain King trying to play that game correctly, as the Blade Master, trying to still walk back. Shadowhunter, does it have mana? Yes, it does. Clarity Potions on the Shadowhunter for days, allowing the level 5 Shadowhunter with level 3 Healing Wave to keep that Blade Master alive. The importance of hero level cannot be stressed enough right now. The Mountain King, because it doesn't have access to that level 3 Stormbolt, is continually always behind in terms of trying to deal damage compared to the level 3 Healing Wave. That one level difference has made a big impact, as we've seen multiple Stormbolts and multiple Healing Waves go onto that Blade Master. That Blade Master now comfortably at 600 some odd hit points, while the Shadowhunter still has a lot of mana to go. Spellbreakers trying to remove all of that Spirit Link there. Sorceress gonna perhaps try and cast a slow onto the Blade Master. There's a big Thunderclap once again. Ensnare onto the Mountain King. Mountain King has a potion of lesser invulnerability, has not used it yet. Blade Master trying to finish off the targets. Is it going to use anything? Are we going to see a Thunderclap there? Potion of lesser invulnerability used again. A big Thunderclap coming across multiple units, as the Mountain King could try and Stormbolt some more units again. However, the Mountain King has really been dealing more damage with that Thunderclap instead, as the Militia are going to be turning back into Peasants momentarily. Peons joining in on the fight. There is no additional mining going on. The Peons are out onto the field, adding a little bit of damage and also perhaps absorbing damage with that all-important Spirit Link. Sorceress is continuing to fight back, but 53 supply compared to 52. Every unit matters. Thunderclap comes through, but Romantic, being down behind on hero level, is starting to take its toll. The Shadowhunter is still continually trading bout a bit better, and now that he's sitting at level 6, even has access to Big Bad Voodoo. There's the Thunderclap now. Alright, Healing Wave coming back around the other way. Is the Shadowhunter perhaps going to try to back away? No, he is actually surrounded by a Peon or two, as the chase is coming through. Romantic being forced to retreat. Sorceresses don't have that much mana. Archmage sitting at level 4. Level 3 Brilliant Aura may actually be better than level 3 Water Elementals at this stage, because of the lack of mana on those Sorceresses and Sorceress, Mountain King, and Priest. Trying to get every ounce of utility from your units. Blade Master could get taken down though. 58 supply. Is he going to get taken down? Yes, it does. Mountain King gets up to level 5, and that could switch the playing field. Shadowhunter was just out of mana, just enough, and Mountain King could come back into this, perhaps trying to get a little bit more mana again. Mountain King is in trouble. Down to 90 mana. Does have a Thunderclap, and a big Thunderclap it is, as it slows a bunch of units down again. Alright, Archmage able to turn things back around. The difference one hero makes cannot be stressed enough. Mountain King down to 187. Shadowhunter trying to finish off the Mountain King, but cannot do so. Spirit Link on the Mountain King mitigating much of that damage, as the Spellbreakers removing mana from that Shadow Hunter as well. There goes another Raider. Is the Mountain King going to be able to dive away? And that is going to be it. Oh my goodness. Romantic wins the game with the lower score, losing control of your level 5 Blade Master at that stage in the game when you had the hero advantage. You had everything going for him, but Romantic ended up being able to catch flies sleeping at the wheel, get the Blade Master, and come away with the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.